Alright, press play. This is the Dagorhir Aratari War Council. Woo! Yay. Can I not turn the camera around? That's just my face.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it's just gonna be your face.
Okay, anyway. And this is Urchin. Hi, everybody. Anyway. Okay, next up, an announcement and a request. So, because of scheduling snafus at the beginning of the year when we were trying to get the campground, we were only able to get Mayhem this year. We're not able to get All Thing. So, unfortunately, we will not be doing a camp out. I propose we're just going to do like a normal Needwood battle for that instead. However, to prevent this from happening in the future, because we need to have PG County residents registered in order to get like a decent price on it, can I just get 2 PG County residents who will volunteer now, or it's like anyone who can just be volunteered, so that we can make sure that we have 2 people, because we don't need to have 2 people. We had Fallon, but they do not let one person request 2 weekends. But we need 2 PG County residents. And what were you about to say?
I was going to say, I have a place you can have all things.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll talk to you after
Okay.
this.
We can do that, but if we just have 2 people, then that's all we need.
I mean, so...
for next year.
No, I'm saying for this
Oh, for this year? Okay.
No, he's saying for next year. He's saying for
Okay.
next year.
Okay, fair enough. We'll get on that after.
So for all thing this year, I know a place that we can have it. It's a
This
4-H
short
club.
notice?
It's not far from here. Yeah.
Okay,
This
fair enough.
short
We'll talk
notice.
about it. Okay. But so for next year then, we need 2 PG County residents. We had Fallon do it this year. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, having Jacan and I have done this in the past, where I wasn't a PG County resident, and the price difference was not that much.
Isn't it? Because I was told it was more than that.
I mean, I think when we remember, it was like $15 more or something
Was it
like
15?
that.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
was told it was like a percentage.
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead.
I do not know if the prices have changed. I was not there. I mean, is Fallon on site?
I haven't seen him.
All right. So speaking from my experience of last year, the difference for the sites, like the individual campsites,
Yeah.
like we have done in years past,
Okay.
it was $20 per day if you're a PG resident, $25 a day.
Is that what it was? Because I was under the impression it was different from that.
I know that the difference is probably much more measurable when you're getting the entire site,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's a lot.
Okay, well,
Compartmentalize it. You have to buy the pavilion, you have to buy the barn, you have to buy the field.
okay, fair enough. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll talk with you about getting all thing done. So maybe next that first part, I'll update it on the Facebook page, or once we figure that out, we can also spread word of mouth. And then it just would be easier though if we had 2 PG County residents, because it's in the area and we do get that.
Place I have is not far from here, and Darkon ran Bellum there.
Okay.
It's a great site.
It's a great site.
Absolutely love it.
Do you know
Okay.
what
That's
the price
actually
is
what
on
I
that
was gonna
actually?
Cheaper than this place.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
cheaper than here. And
Okay.
I went and checked it out. Unfortunately, I missed gates, but I needed to see that because you guys didn't have it all.
Okay, fair enough. Then yeah, we'll meet up on that. We can have you worked with those people before? Like the campground? Have you worked with them before?
No.
Okay.
I'm coming off of talking to the people that are in charge of Darkon,
Okay.
and they work with them. And I was there.
Okay, I'm just looking for points of
couple weekends
contact.
ago.
Is
Yeah, and I'll get that to you.
that fair enough?
I have that actually.
Bonus for that site? Working showers.
Okay. So, yeah. So provisionally,
Good site.
all
Nice
thing we
battlefield,
can switch
great.
all thing over for that. We'll triangulate on that a little bit later. Just for now, like we might even switch to that site once we use it, but we would want to use it first just so we can get a feel for it first before we make any decisions. Provisionally though, if I could just get like 2 people from the PG County just to volunteer, like at some point in the future, doesn't have to be right now. Just it's a request, just putting it out there. Go ahead.
What kind of responsibility would that entail?
It involves
Being
like you've
in
done
line
before.
for
Yeah,
first.
it specifically entails going to
Getting up
a
really
so
early.
you know that road and how it goes up a ways, and there's the signage. Like everyone goes there their first time, and it's just an office. Go there at like 4 a.m. at like January the 4th.
10 o'clock the night before.
Right. Anyway, it's a big time sink
Yeah.
for that morning or night before, and then you just sit in a line. They give you tickets and everything, very orderly, and then you just pay for it. It's very, very, very systematically done. It's very, very easily ran.
The issue is that they only allow you to reserve on January 1st.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm a PG County resident. I could do it. I just wanted to know what was involved.
Okay. Yep. That's what it is.
Losing an entire morning shortly after
Yeah,
New Year's Eve.
losing a morning.
Yep. Yeah. You don't have to think about it now, but if just.
Yeah, I would say all of us as unit leaders, representatives of it, we should all go back to our people and can try to convince people to come out and do that.
Yeah.
Because we need that.
And potentially, because if we do like the other site and it works out well and it's cheaper, then we might just switch to that site. So,
But for now,
fair
we
enough.
should-
Okay. Go ahead.
Speaking of cheaper in price, if we have Mayhem here next year, what do we want to do about the sides and how much it costs? So we bought both sides of the campsite this year for $1,600, which is right $1,800. $1,800, which is more than twice what we paid for Mayhem and Elfing last year. Is it worth it to do that again?
How much space do we have over here?
I mean, we were pretty packed in last year, but it was doable. I mean, we have the entire field. Like, there's no reason it would stop for the people that have to camp in the field in the middle of the sun, but that's what we do for rags.
I mean, you're camping basically in the middle of the sun over there anyway.
Yeah. So, like,
Sparsed out.
we can put all of our Aratari camping on that side of the road. We don't get to use the pavilion unless somebody else didn't reserve it and we just by happenstance get it. But
You're next.
Echo,
Yes.
when you said it was more than the price for Mayhem and Ulting last year, is that combined or just each individual?
each individual one.
All right,
Okay.
just wanted to.
So personally, considering all that space, I think we can just get that side. Go ahead.
If you only buy that, they will book people for this.
Mm-hmm.
So you will have mundanes here.
Oh,
You will have
good point.
mundanes in
Yeah,
the barn.
we've had that happen before. Not in the barn. Barn's on that side.
Yeah.
We get the
Last
barn.
time that we went to get it for DarkCon, they compartmentalized it into 3 pieces.
Oh, they might have changed that even more. Okay. We just got all of.
That's why it gets more
Yeah.
expensive, because they make you buy each piece now instead of you buying the part.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Well, I'd say at this point we can shelve this to Althane because if we are going to be using the other. Well, no, hold on.
Okay.
What I'm saying is we can discuss this further at Althane because we're going to be using the other site for that and see how we like that site.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fair. Let's see
So
what-
yeah, we'll see how that
Absolutely.
site goes and then
That's
we'll
fair.
make a decision what we want to do here.
Okay.
Okay. So any other okay? First off, actually, there's some new business in a minute. First off, any old business?
Yep.
There's
It goes way back to Mayhem, all things minutes, that I should bring up, but I don't think I can because no internet. Remember that the weapon template was out of order, and Theus knew somebody that could like 3D print something, and he was gonna get us more information and bring it to the next War Council, which is now. So I don't know if he's here or if he remembers or knew anything about that, but
was he here?
He is here.
yeah, he's merchanting.
But I
He's in his booth. I can see him.
I doubt he's ready to do it.
Oh yeah, I can see PS2. It's right there. Yeah.
You're talking about getting templates printed?
Yeah.
Or just somehow getting our current weapons kit
Check
up to date
templates
because
up to
it
date.
is not right now.
I
think
can get
don't
that
know.
done.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not hard.
It's not that hard. Yeah.
I mean, so somebody.
I know.
Yeah.
Tamorn has a laser cutter. I could have them all done. in
Okay.
Seconds.
Okay. Any other old business? Mace. Not. Yeah. Mace. Sorry, I said Mace. Sorry. Go ahead.
This was a matter that was brought up at All Thing from last year. It is we had discussed banning a member, but could not be more explicit about the name because there were pending criminal matters against him. Those matters have been resolved, and he was found guilty of molesting a member of Dagorhir. And his name is Ian Scott, also known as Rog, also known as Vladimir. I think he was most recently. No, he had his own unit
I don't recognize the name off the top of my
out
head.
at Torndor. We need to get this guy out, and he's currently in prison right now for child rape.
Okay.
Someone under the age of 13.
We need is a vehicle just to do that, which we do not have.
I didn't hear you. What was that?
I said what we need is a vehicle with which to do that, which we currently do not have. We do not have the ability to send out.
I mean, we can
A
ban
blanket.
individual members.
Yeah.
We can ban an individual member, but how we notify the chapters that this person is banned?
Well,
We don't
Black-
have a
like a black
vehicle
list.
at
Maze,
the
were
moment.
you talking about like we as the entire game need to get rid of him, or we
Yeah.
are Aratari need to?
No, she's talking about the entire game.
He shouldn't be around children or
Should
women
not be
who
around
have been
Dagorhir
drinking.
because
Please let me. What?
He should not be around children or women who have been drinking.
Lath.
I like to say that as Aratari, we should vote this guy banned.
Mhm.
We should send out to all the chapters, which I'm sure we have, a communication link to everybody. An email saying, "See, we recommended this man be banned."
Notify them of
Yeah.
the
Notify them the reasons. and then at Ragnarok, perhaps pursue it there. So Ragnarok, he can be
He's
taken
banned
out.
from Ragnarok already.
Okay.
We'll say there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, you just got to put the word out. Let them decide what they want to do.
If I may, I propose that we as the Aratari do as best as we can in this current moment and put a local ban on this player.
Yes.
That be Ian Scott Roth.
You have a point?
Can the AWC ban somebody from all of Dagorhir?
No.
No.
All we can do.
This is just
Can the DBGA ban somebody from all
No.
of
You can ban
Dagorhir?
from Rag, I believe.
A person of this, so
not
we
from that,
do
no.
still need a vehicle with which to ban somebody from all of Dagorhir. for
Well,
this
we
kind
can, yeah,
of thing.
well, the problem is we can go ahead and like let all the other chapters know, but I think people might get a little bit skittish if like we can say, well, we now have a rider that we can ban anyone we want in the game.
So what we can do is suggest that they ban
Yes.
him.
Right.
Yeah, and if it's a closed legal matter,
Yeah.
there's information online for, and so we can cite that, and it makes kind of an easy thing. He's currently in jail for this. It's not really a he said, she said matter.
Like they can make up their own minds on it. And,
When I was looking this up to make sure that it concluded and that way I could bring it up, I found this new charge, 15 counts. That is,
And you have a
Fair
URL,
enough.
right?
pardon?
You have a URL to a website, an official government website that shows this case, right?
I can get it.
Yeah, that's what.
yeah, that's all we need. Just so we can send that around.
Okay. Who should I give it to?
Who would be the best person for that? Me?
Magistrate,
Okay, fair enough.
Magistrate.
Yep, just send it to me. I'll figure out what to do with it.
We're still just going to suggest that they ban them?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's all we can do.
We're
Just,
not going to
we
require?
we can't require other realms to do that.
That's what I was referring to
Yeah.
as a vehicle with which.
We shouldn't have
Like,
that power.
yeah, we shouldn't have that power.
We should not have that view.
Late?
Is this guy been? Is he a registered sex offender now?
I mean, if he's been indicted,
He would
then-
have
Okay, I'm just saying. There would also be another website to go to
big
see
red
that
dot.
part too.
We seem pretty in agreement here.
Yeah.
Move to vote.
Okay.
It is a matter of safety, so we can't go straight.
Okay. So, all in favor of banning this gentleman from Aratari?
Wait, do you want me to go through active chapters, active units?
Oh,
Because of people raising their hands. That...
go ahead.
Don't we have a, I mean, it's not a safety issue. I'd like to see, it is a safety issue, but he's in prison at the moment. So it's not an immediate pressing safety issue. I'd like to see the URL though at first, before I make a decision on banning somebody from our local Dagorhir chapter permanent. That works for me.
Okay, let's figure out active units while she's doing that.
Alright, so the current active voting units for Aratari, meaning that they have the same 4 people, attend 6 or more Aratari or inter-realm Aratari battles, campouts. Berserkers of Yamsberg, Dragonhood, Justigeist, Guard, No Quarter, Rome, and Ulfrung. So 7. Dragonhood is not...
right there.
Oh,
Oh,
hi.
they're here.
Okay, so cool. So there should be 14 hands if you're voting, for 2 things.
Yep.
You got it. Cool.
Okay. Any other old business while we're waiting for her to come back? Go ahead.
Somewhat related, I was hoping you would have an update on the sexual harassment policy discussion we had at All Thing last year.
We did.
That would count as old
Exclamation mark.
business, right?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Okay. So what were the minutes like? What was the actual setup on that?
I don't know if I can pull that up right now. That's in my Google Docs.
We definitely had a discussion about it, and in that scenario with the person we were dealing with, they were banned as a result of it. Like specifically, like what sort of like action are you? I'm just trying to figure exactly what you're asking for right now. Just a
Someone
general.
was going to write up something for us to discuss as a possible policy to have in place, since technically right now we don't have one.
Okay, I think there were a couple of people who were talking about doing that. Do you remember who it was?
Not off the top of my head, no. Sorry.
Okay, 2 people. I think there were like 2 or 3 people who agreed to have like a discussion about it. Get something else.
Serious of the Guard.
Serious of the Guard. Okay.
Writing something up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is here.
I will. Can I add to this discussion that somebody online, I want to say, Karika,
Yeah, Kalika.
wrote
Okay.
a really great harassment policy that her realm and other realms have used, and I can't propose anything, but I think that it's something really good and it's already written, and we should just use it.
We should review it.
Yeah, we should
review it and then
vote.
decide.
Yeah, because we have all thing for anything we bring up here.
Okay.
So that'd be new.
So,
Yeah.
do you guys want me to bring that that thing that's already made to all thing for you guys to
Or
look at?
put it on the Aratari
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
to start.
Yeah, I'll try Facebook to start. We can review it, then do it all thing.
Leaders, we should take the authority and object.
Okay. Yeah, we'll upload that, take a look at it, and make the final decision. Like I said, it'll probably be fine, but
Yeah.
go ahead. Yes,
URL
Dominus.
https
He doesn't have his phone with him.
What does it say?
Can you go to it and like show it to Dominus, perhaps?
Here. Let me. I clicked it. I've clicked it. Hang
Okay.
on. I want to make sure it's working. These are
No canings at War Council. Only the magistrate can cane or beat.
He asked me to.
Oh, serious. So, you and some other gentlemen were talking about like doing writing up something in regards to the sexual harassment policy. Do you know if you guys did anything for that?
I have worked on it.
Mm-hmm.
I can send that in.
Okay.
Next week there was going to be the difficulty on that was that others were going to had models from other organizations that they belong to.
Yeah. And they didn't provide them?
Reached out, didn't hear back, and so it's
We do have a
constructed
model.
out of what I could.
Understand. We do have another model that one of the other groups, so we're going to post that up on the Facebook page for everyone to review. If you want to like post yours up as well, so we can just review everything, just so we can like mix and match if necessary, that might be helpful. So we can officially do something in all thing for it.
Yes. That. Okay. Cool.
The Aratari Facebook page. Yep, that sounds like it would work.
What was the other model from?
Kalika's, like I believe it was the Arendor's?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Arendor's
So it's the
policy.
one that was posted on all the DAG Facebook groups, and there's been all sorts of great conversations and discussions around it.
So fun. That must have happened after I got off Facebook from
Probably.
not hearing back from people trying to start this discussion.
Yeah. So we'll put that up. If you want to add yours as well, if you want to supplement, then we can like take a look at everything.
Great.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
I will get back on to do that next week.
Okay.
So what's up with the maze
Yes.
thing? Or?
Did you take a look at it?
Yeah, she's still playing it.
Oh, okay. Let's, for the moment, do anyone mind if we just move on? Oh, first off, any other old business? 3, 2, 1. Okay. We'll come back to this once we have it up. New business. Is there any new business? Wow, this is like the first time we've had a new business in a long time. I love it. Okay. Erica, God damn it, Erica.
Purely for conversation purposes, just to get a temperature of the room. In the past, there was a case where a treasurer, well, it's actually happened more than once, where a treasurer of the Aratari has walked away with all of the funds of the Aratari. Now, I'm not saying it's Pecco,
No.
of course, because we all love and trust Pecco. But I think two positions in the Aratari should have at least a very rudimentary high-level background check before people are sworn into office. And those two positions, of course, are treasurer and president. The responsibilities of those two positions are very, very high. And if either one of them decides to, do things that aren't cool, it could impact the organization tremendously. I just want to get a barometer, feel for the room. If people think that moving forward, not this year, but next year, when people are nominated or perhaps considering running for president, that they submit their information in advance and have a background check prior to this meeting, and then have that results of that background check shared with the War Council. It's just a thought, just thinking out loud.
Who would pay for that?
What's up, Blackhawk first?
Sorry.
I want to add to what he has just said. Our current bank accounts are through PNC Bank, and PNC Bank offers a read-only policy to certain people. There are people in Dagorhir who are what I would consider legacies, legends, people who protect the game. I would like to have those people, and I'm going to say it's Greymail, Ericos, and Dominus, and I would like them to have read-only. Not that they can't write checks, but they can read the bank accounts at any time. Anytime they can go on their computer and look at every withdrawal and every deposit. And I'd like to have that. I don't want to.
I think it should be unit leaders. I don't think it should be named people.
you want to say all voting units,
All the voting unit
leaders
yeah.
have access?
Yeah.
I would like to see serious transparency in our bank accounts, so that anybody who thinks that they might be able to take a dime from Dagorhir knows that everybody who is in Dagorhir can look at our bank account and see that.
What about that one dime I threw?
I'm just adding to what he
I'm
said.
being serious because this has happened in the past and it's
I
happened all the time.
absolutely, and that's why I gave that to you.
Yeah. Pecan. Oh, Dominus.
Thank you. I applaud the intent, Blackhawk. I applaud the intent, but being able to see like withdrawals and deposits.
Yes, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in.
Excuse me, can we have one conversation?
I'd also like,
Currently Dominus has the floor.
I applaud the intent, Blackhawk.
Yeah.
But just seeing the withdrawals, it still doesn't show an itemization of what it's for, what the money is being used for, what it's being directed towards, that it's in line with decisions of the War Council, what have you. So, I mean, it's great letting the unit leaders have that kind of visibility into the bank account, but I don't think that really addresses the issue. Whereas I think what Ericos is suggesting, huh?
I believe you said in addition.
I am
Right.
actually in addition to.
Right. But it doesn't give us a full accounting. Wouldn't it be great if we had receipts presented to the War Council and there was additional oversight, or perhaps an auditor?
I brought them with me,
Yeah.
all of the DBGA account, and I gave them to Ericos, and I'd like to pass them around to everybody else.
While you're doing that, Pecan.
Piggybacking gently, I agree that I think that both of those are good avenues for the sake of transparency and keeping people honest. I think that a discussion would be very fruitful. However, I don't want to be here 45 minutes talking about potentials. So let's have about
Potentials.
So I think what would be really good is if someone would be willing to put these concepts to paper.
Yeah, I was just first throwing it out there for
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah,
I didn't
absolutely.
want to like.
Absolutely.
If everyone poops on it, then I wouldn't write it up.
It looks like there's interest in it, so I'd say let's write something up for it. Okay, we'll write something up for it, and we'll come back with that. Maybe at all thing.
So I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I'll
we're
do
coming back to what at all thing? Talking about the background check or talking about... I'm sorry, Blackhawk, I really can't hear what I need to write down.
Background check.
Background check?
Proposal. Yeah. I'll write that up.
Okay, cool.
And,
Grimo.
and Ericos, you'll find out what that would cost?
Yeah.
Another suggestion?
Go ahead.
Maybe look and see what Salesforce might offer. I think they do have a free option for nonprofits. And if that could itemize things and produce charts and give us the transparency without having to tangle things up at the bank, it might be worth it.
What's this?
Salesforce. You're referring to.
Salesforce.
Well, there's lots of Salesforce. For the background check?
No, for what he's talking about with
That's
the
what I
bank
thought.
account.
Just checking.
Because you can do other things with it too that are really spiffy. You could use it to track attendance and things like that. We use it for the Washington Metro Gamer Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, I attended
for
one of those
their-
recently. My friend's in it.
I thought
Diana
I
Henry.
saw you there, and I almost said hello, and I
Anyway,
wasn't
sorry,
certain.
continue. That's no.
Anyway,
Should never say hi. Don't say hi to them. Just like inviting a vampire into your house.
Anyway, sorry, let's bring it back in. My mistake.
there's some utility there that might be worth looking into.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a Salesforce pro.
Yeah, if you get something like a link or something like that, because I'm not aware. Is this?
Salesforce.
Yeah. Okay. You are.
I've seen
Okay.
it, yeah.
Fair enough.
I reviewed it. It's good product.
Okay. Since you're doing the write-up for this, no. Okay. Not in the write-up. Never mind.
I don't care about Salesforce.
Fair enough.
YOLO.
Does anybody want to see the DBGA bank account?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other new business currently?
That's all.
I don't get
Oh,
passed around.
elections are after new business.
Then I thought to myself, everybody should be able to see this.
So
Okay.
this isn't every itemized expense that
That's
we
all
have
of the
had.
DBGA bank account.
Okay, so not the
That's just the DBGA bank. I do not have access to the
No,
Aratari
I
bank.
wanted to revisit
Petco.
issue that Maze brought forward.
Yes.
We were going to actually do it. We didn't vote because I don't know where we are.
Where'd Maze go?
She's behind you.
Oh, okay. Did we get it?
I can show you the the search results that come up, but my phone is not displaying the
Yeah,
document
I'm
itself.
currently trying to figure out the status of the old news.
I can show you that. No, it doesn't say that he's been convicted.
Yes?
I can
For the elections?
know about that.
Oh, for that. One moment.
What I'm telling you is true. And I can provide you with the search address, and I can provide you with the ways to find it yourself, but my phone will not bring it up right now.
Graymill?
Maze, I'd like to move that since the guy is in jail and it's not an immediate safety issue, you distribute that online to the unit leaders, make it available to everybody so that we can have a chance to review it and have a vote on it at the next meeting.
Why?
He's not going anywhere.
Because we
Yeah, he's
can't
not going
read
anywhere,
it
so.
on your phone, you can't get to it, and we'd have to pass it around so that we would all look at it here. And if he's in jail, it's not an immediate thing, right? I'm anxious to close this too, but I don't see the urgency.
I don't know what his status of bond is. I think he's in jail. I don't know if he's going to get out. He's been charged with these crimes.
But he's been convicted of others and is currently incarcerated, correct?
Last I checked.
Okay, so if he's currently incarcerated, then it's not an immediate threat.
You're talking about the wrong subject. You need to talk about how do we set a policy, social policy, so we can ban the Bama.
Well, we do. We just need to see the charges.
And that's all we got to talk about. Stop quibbling this. Let's handle it.
Can I motion that until all thing we have a temporary ban on him until we get further evidence?
Okay, that's a motion. What does everyone think of that?
Somebody needs to actually. No, are you talking for guard?
Yes. That until we get further evidence, we do a temporary ban on the person, and upon further evidence, we can revisit and do it permanent.
Seconded. Drakan?
Allow me to be Kurt. Or Kenny, whatever. I think what the concern amongst the room is that this is a very serious issue.
Yes.
And unless we have the physical evidence in front of us, we run the risk of setting an impressively scary precedent
Yes.
that just on very good grounds coming from you, we can start just kicking people out. I'm sorry to be honest with you, but we need to be able to see it before we start just kicking people out.
Yeah. So we just have to confirm this 100%. Like, it's just, like I said, that's a precedent. So, but...
Guys, we're a private organization. We control our membership.
We can also
It's not a matter for liability.
But we can also choose as a group to not rush on something without being able to see it in front of us.
We've had a suggestion for a temporary ban. Is there any seconds on that?
Already seconded.
Okay, we get a second. Okay, can we get a vote? Approve on a temporary ban until all things so we can get the chance to review this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And did you vote?
Can't vote.
Oh, so they're 13. Okay, we got 13.
13 to 1.
Can I say, why don't we talk about this at RAG?
We can also talk about it, Rag. Rag and Aratari are separate things, though.
No, I mean,
Oh, and Aratari. Okay, yeah, we can also talk about it at Rag. Yeah, we do have the Rag War Council. Yeah.
We do have
Temporary ban until the next War Council. How about that?
So 13 to 1 on that?
Okay, temporary ban until the next War Council.
I just want to go on record saying there are two liabilities here. One is that we banned somebody improperly, and the second is that we allowed somebody to come to our game
Yeah.
knowing that
Yep.
he was a problem.
Mhm.
And
Yep, they're both
it
issues.
became another problem.
Yep, that's why I think the
So there are two sets of liabilities here.
Mhm.
So let's worry about both of them.
Yeah, well, that's why we're doing the temporary ban. That does take care of them both, I think. Okay, so yeah, temporary ban until next War Council once we have the information. Okay, now that we've gotten finished with that. There was no other new business.
Not an Aratari person.
Okay, there was no other new business. So at this point, let's move on to elections. Woo! Okay, first position that we run up for is president. Go ahead.
I nominate Graymill.
Anyone else?
I nominate Blackhawk.
Blackhawk. We have Graymill, Blackhawk.
Can we get seconds on those
Yeah,
before
second's what I'm asking for, really. Second for Graymill.
Second for Blackhawk.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let's.
Huh?
Okay, who did Blackhawk? Who nominated Blackhawk?
And Jessica. Because Erica's is having fun.
Oh, no Quarter was the one who nominated you.
Yeah, I nominated you.
Yeah, but the seconds, he asked for the second.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have 2 nominees. Anyone else want to throw their hat in? Going once, going twice. Okay. So we have Graymel and Blackhawk. Business plans? Graymel was nominated first, so I'll give Graymel the floor.
Okay, thanks. Sucker.
I'm going to sit down.
Yeah, you better. So, business plan for our next fiscal year. I have about a dozen copies. My hand's so wet because
We know you got excited, Graymel.
Let me make sure that all the units have them. Any voting units that do not have a copy yet? What? Yeah, but right, but
Still your Aratari. You can take a look at it.
We still count as people?
Barely, but yes.
anybody else? Me. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can I see one?
I forgot we worked together.
Yeah.
I may have run out.
Oh, okay. That's okay. The magistrate doesn't need to know these things.
Yeah. All right, so. Oh, wait, here we go.
Danke. This is 2. Is this 2?
All right, so, friends, everybody take a big drink because Uncle Graymel's going to talk for a couple minutes. I think you all know me. You know that I'm not a politician who's motivated by talk or sycophantic praise. Rather, I'm an organizer and a leader who's willing to invest my time and energy to put together and motivate teams to run events and special activities. I don't care about titles. If you elect me, you can call me the janitor. I've been active in Dagorhir since 1979, participating in events every year without a break. I was a member of the original War Council from 1979 to 1985 when we set up the rules, when Dagorhir was one group. I've been a head weapons checker, head herald, magistrate. I've been president twice. So what? Those are titles. Here's what I've done. I founded the Dead Dog Battle, All Thing in Coombe Valley. I added Lake Needwood to our park rotation. I co-founded Ragnarok in 1986, and I've been part of the teams which ran RAGs 1, 2, 3, 16, 17, 18, and 20. I organized and ran the first RAG Woods battles at RAG 3 and brought them back again after a long hiatus at RAG 20. I worked with the team which continues to run RAG Woods battles today. Running both of them this year, you should all be there. They will be amazing. I also helped when Brother Henry started up night fighting at Ragnarok. And after Brother Henry dropped out of things, I took over organizing the teams that ran night fights at Ragnarok, including running the night battles that were opposite Sin Night, so that the under 21s had something to do other than try to sneak into the adults-only party. I led the creation of National Dagorhir in the Ragnarok era. Want to know how the Ragnarok era, how National Dagorhir got started? When I took over as president in 1985, I inherited more than 200 hard copy letters that had been sent in and ignored by the previous 3 presidents. I organized a team and we answered all.
All right, this is part 2 of the video. Handing you off to.
Too fast, too furious. Let's go.
I also organized the team that issued a new Dagorhir handbook and got it out there, and we sent Dagorhir handbooks out to every one of the people in those 217 letters who asked for it. Did you? I didn't know that. I've been a driving force in taking the game from 20 mostly small chapters in 2001 to more than 200 registered chapters today in multiple countries. I ensured Dagorhir got exposure more than a dozen times, probably more than 24 times, on TV, radio, newspapers, internet, magazines, video, and when people come and ask if I'm the one that they contact about interviews now, I try to find other people to get interviewed. I've had my 15 minutes of Dagorhir fame. I want other people sharing their vision of the game and where it should be going with the media, and thus with the people that view that media. As president in 2002, I led the fight to protect Dagorhir's intellectual property rights from groups that literally tried to steal our name and our rules. On my watch in 2001 as president, I teamed with other unit leaders, some of whom are here in the room, to reinvigorate Aratari, taking us from 20 fighters at most battles to 100+ fighters at almost every battle within about 3 months. Ragnarok had never had more than 300+ attendees prior to that year. That year we had more than 500, more than 100 of them were Aratari, up from 19, am I correct? At RAG 15. Yeah. So those are my Dagorhir credentials. My work credentials may also come in here. I've been a senior manager and branch chief of the IRS for more than a decade. I am an information technology project manager. That's what I do for a living. I manage some of the most critical assets at the Internal Revenue Service, systems that the government has paid hundreds of millions of dollars to create and maintain. For 4 years, I managed the systems that brought the money into the IRS, more than $2.7 trillion a year. When those systems went down, I was the one that led the recovery efforts. I have a master's and 2 associate certificates in IT project management disciplines from George Washington University School of Business. I hold current project management certifications from the government's Federal Acquisition Institute and the internationally accredited Project Management Institute, PMI. Why am I telling you this? It ain't to brag. It's so you'll understand that an $8,000 website project is not a big deal to me. It's something that is literally what I do for a living. So that's my credentials, the plan. I'll ensure that Aratari returns our focus to our chartered purpose of holding fun, interesting events for our members. People know that that is actually what is in our stated charter for Aratari. I'll ensure there are public business meetings as needed, but no less than every 3 months. I'll ensure professionalism and complete transparency in the management of DBGA, so our peer groups across the country and the world hear the same message that all of you hear, and that all of you know what I'm saying to them. Minutes from AWC and DoD meetings will be posted on the Aratari website for all to review, and I don't just mean all Aratari, I mean all of Dagorhir who want to look at it. I'll require that members of the BOD, including the President, be at the majority of local battles, and recognizing that sometimes real life will get in the way, but when that happens, those members will need to have somebody there to do their job, ensure that the job gets done. I'll also ask the AWC to remove and replace anybody that's missing in action. A big part of what I see as DBGA's responsibilities is to help new groups start up. I'll put together teams including leaders from across Dagorhir, folks that have started chapters and gone through the tough challenges that they face. I want to form a welcome committee, and their job will be to help new chapters start up and deal with things like, I've spent countless hours on the phone with new chapter leaders since we started new chapters who are dealing with troublemakers, troublemaking wannabes, who envy that leader the respect that they've earned, but they think the right to power and importance in nerd wars is somehow to tear down what other people have created by talking smack online, stealing members, ruining events. I've seen it many times, and I want to see us, as the Dagorhir community, helping people get over that. Another critical step is restoring Dagorhir's web presence that's inexplicably been down for so long. I saw in Blackhawk's plan that we're still not over the hump of getting the new website up. We're going into RAG with no how to join materials and no tutorials. The manual of arms, our rules have been since Wednesday, but it's been down for a long time, and people all over the Dagorhir community have been crying about it. And it was the fact that it's back up was posted via Facebook
on the .com site.
Yes, but when people go to the .com site, how do they know to look there?
They go to the .com site just like they always have, and the waivers and the rules are there.
Okay, thank you.
Currently.
At the moment.
That's fine.
I make no promise as to when the new website will be up and complete, because the project plan for it hasn't been shared with the AWC. I haven't seen it, we haven't seen it. I will guarantee that if elected, the Dagorhir and Aratari websites will have websites up within a month of my taking office. Whether that means we need to restore the old site while we finish a new site, or if we have to scrap and replace the new site. I'll enlist programmers and security specialists to ensure that backdoors and malware have been removed from Dagorhir's website. I'll also work with unit leaders, members, and the magistrate to rejuvenate Aratari, to ensure that we get back to our regular high turnout instead of the 10 to 20 fighters that have shown up at the last couple of battles. One of the things that I want to work with is specifically with the magistrate to ensure that we have varied scenarios published in advance, like Dragonhood did today, so that people know what's coming at the battle and that the battle gives something for every type of fighter. The big shield wall units will get bridge battles that they love. The flankers will get something that they love, something that for everybody. I'm going to poll Aratari for the most effective means of getting the word out on events and schedules, and whether that is accurate calendars on a functional website, Facebook events, self-subscribing email reminders, whatever. Through increased membership and attendance and regular business meetings, the DBGA Treasury should rebound, especially since we've increased our day battle rates 40% last year, and yet our Treasury has been very, very low. Finally, there's a perception that somehow Aratari controls the direction of Dagorhir. That authority has been entirely ceded to the Aratari War Council and the leaders of Dagorhir chapters for many years. There's no power in being part of the DBGA leadership team, just responsibility. I think some people find it useful to their political ends to paint Aratari out as some controlling creature, as a bad guy, a unifying enemy. What the Aratari has or does that other units, that other chapters have, I don't know. Every chapter gets an equal vote on the RWC. Do you know how many we get? 1, like everybody else. The truth is, we've always, until this year, provided service to our peer chapters by administering the intellectual property rights of Dagorhir and providing them free to all of the chapters. We've also provided a national website at no cost to other chapters. I want to reach out and find out what this concern is. What is it that Aratari supposedly has or does, so that we can lay this to rest and get back to growing our game. Growing it here locally in Aratari and growing it nationally. Bringing in new chapters, helping them start up. I'm not saying I'm some great wizard that has all the answers. I'm not going to do all this myself. If you look at my credentials, I'm a team leader. I'm an organizer. What I will do is motivate people to get out there and do what's right. I've proven time and time again that I will stand up for what's best for Dagorhir, even when internet trolls and self-important wannabe hackers try to damage our reputation and our great game. I hope you'll make me your janitor. Thanks, folks.
You look good in overalls. Okay, thank you. It is now Blackhawk's turn to take the floor.
I don't think I can follow that. I'll be honest with you. I think everything that Braymel has said is top notch, and I hope if you elect Braymel that he will do everything he said. And if you need help from me, I'm happy to help. I'll do everything I can to make sure that you succeed in everything you want to do, because I think our goals align perfectly. And I hope, if it's possible, that if I accidentally get elected, that you'll help me.
Oh, hell yeah.
With the same problems and the same concerns.
I am on the website team to write up I was asked by Dominic to flesh out the history stuff.
Yeah, and that would be great. And so, as far as I'm concerned, either one of us are perfectly electable. If you want gray mail, I think that's great. If you want me, I think that's great. But I don't think we have anything to argue about. So that's it for me.
Okay, so I guess that opens the floor then for voting. So first off, in order of appearance, all in favor of Dominus for president of Dagorhir. I'm sorry. Grayman.
Doesn't it work by acclaim in Rome? Isn't that how you do it? Acclaim!
Sorry guys, Dominus slipped me a 20.
It's fine, I get it to work.
So
We look so much alike, people make that mistake all the time.
he slipped me a 20. It was a rig job the whole time. Anyway, all in favor of gray mail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Were there any double votes for like individual units there, just to check in? Okay, 10 then. Okay, all in favor of Blackhawk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then gray mail. Yeah, that was just the two. They're doubles. Okay. So then gray mail, starting up with Althane, will be the new president of Aratari. Congratulations. Okay, next on the docket we have vice presidents. So, who would like to throw their hats in the ring for vice president?
I'd like to nominate Grundy.
Grundy. Well, you can second him. You can still second him.
Excuse me. I take it back. There you go.
We nominate Grundy.
Okay. Nomination for Grundy, and it's been seconded. We got that.
All right. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Echo.
Echo. Is there a second?
Echo. Second.
Okay.
Echo.
Sorry. So has Echo been seconded at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. Second.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really good.
Anyone else?
She has a computer. I mean, come on.
Okay. So at this point, we have two nominees. We have Grundy and we have Echo. For this one, are there any big presentations?
Are there any other nominees?
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
If the nominees would like to say anything.
Yeah, I'll just, as long as I'm standing here. I won't talk nearly as long as Gray Mail.
I'm already regretting this.
I might not even talk as long as Blackhawk.
Well spoken.
Anyway, I've been the vice president of Dagorhir before, so I know how to do it. I'd welcome the chance to serve Dagorhir again. I may not have been as active as I could have been over the last couple of years, but my personal life, things are starting to ramp down, so I can ramp back up. I will never quit fighting and quit coming out here. I like you guys all way too much. I don't know why, but I really and truly do. I also have some skills in my background that might actually be helpful in some of the things that Graham Bale was talking about doing. For 5 years, I was the Chief Information Security Officer at the Library of Congress. And while that's not currently my job, I still have a considerable expertise in that. I'm currently the Director for IT Strategic Planning. So I might not know everything about every technology, but man, people have been trying to blow smoke up my ass for years about this shit. So I can tell whether they're giving me a straight answer or not. So, you know, in being somebody that you could delegate that kind of thing to, it would work well. And I know that one of the things the Vice President does is to reach out to people and make them feel welcome. Well, I think that you guys have probably all been to RAG before and seen that
Never heard of
I
it.
like making people welcome.
You're well welcome.
So, that's it.
Echo.
Alright, well, I've been kind of knee-deep in doing board of director stuff the last couple years. I think it's my 4th year as secretary. And I've been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff for Dagorhir. I've been doing chapter contracts stuff for 2 years now. Also, not on the web team, but like admin, doing a lot of getting the website up and ready and writing content and doing all of that. So if I was to be vice president, I could keep doing contract stuff as part of the board and have that, you know, transition and continuity, as well as working on website stuff. I don't know nearly as much technology as Gurundi does, but I kind of know what's going on at the moment, and I like to continue to be able to work on that.
Okay. So, without further ado then, we will go ahead and run the vote. In the order of nomination, all in favor of Gurundi for vice president? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you voting? 6, 7, are you 8, 9, 10? Are you a double vote? Oh no, one vote. Okay. And for Echo? 1, 2.
2 abstain.
Looks like, yes. I think there were 10 votes for the first. He voted. No, he voted the first time around.
Yeah, Moose
All right, 2 abstain.
Okay. Fair enough. So, vice president coming up in Althane will be Grundy.
Okay.
Okay. Next position would be the much coveted and loved my position, magistrate. Any other nominations at all?
I'd like to nominate Yari.
Nominate Yari. Okay, second.
I'll second that.
He's accepting it. Okay.
You accept? Don't want to accept it. Don't accept it.
He says he's accepting it. Okay. So, yeah, Dominus did.
I think it's a good spot. I think I have a good knowledge for it.
I think so too.
Okay. I guess I'll make my quick presentation of that much to say. I'll take it if you're nominating me. I don't.
You have to show up on time.
That job.
I'm here every time. Anyway, so basically, what's up? I know, because I'm presenting.
We can see up your nose.
So basically, I come to every battle. It's just basically I'm absolutely obsessed with fighting, so I will be here every time. I'm lying though, because I won't be here next time because I'm working. But every other battle, I'm here. What was that?
Look at strap your nose, man.
Oh, good. Well, you hold it.
Oh.
There.
Let's look at Maricosa's nose.
All right, Urchin, go.
Okay. So basically,
That's upside down.
I love being out here. I love fighting. I love making sure the fighting goes smoothly. I am really looking forward to working with Graymel because I think he and I come up with a lot of interesting things and get a lot of good things coordinated. So that's definitely something I would like to go into. Like that's actually one thing that makes me actually kind of want to take this position. So I would like to, at this point, get the chance to work with Graymel and come up with interesting battles, make sure everything gets set up properly, and yes, make sure that my job gets done in a better and more concise fashion than it was in the past. So that is my presentation.
You guys gotta talk now. Trying to think how to put that, or what to say. I was Ragnarok Day events coordinator for several years. I think that is my key qualification for this job. Urshan mentioned working with Graymel, and during my time as Ragnarok's Day events coordinator, I was working with Graymel behind the scenes, getting advice from him on a daily basis, or pretty much daily basis during Ragnarok, to make sure that what I was doing was not against, or was what the people wanted, what the fighters wanted, because that's all that I'm really interested in, is making sure that the fighters get what they want out of every event. Was in Ohio for a couple years, so I wasn't making all the events. I was still making the campouts, and now that I'm back in Pennsylvania, making every event's not even an issue. And I can't think of it. I'm looking. I know people in both Darkon and Amtgard that have other sites that we haven't used, that we haven't explored yet, that might be better suited even than this site, and might be better suited to day events that we haven't tried yet. Yes? I mean,
are you a member of the Aratari?
I am. I don't know what qualifies as a member of the Aratari. I honestly don't know. I have been moving around so much that I'm in the Aratari now. If there's more to it than that, then maybe not.
Have you gone through the hazing?
How do you identify?
How do I
ask a man how he identifies.
I identify as quorum. I mailed one sport. And that's not all I've got. That's not all I've got to throw out there. I mean, it's a crappy job that nobody really wants.
No.
And if you need somebody to do it, I'll do it. And one urchin do it, let him do it.
I think this is the first time we've had 2 nominees for this in years.
Nobody wants this job. And if
It's the worst job.
Just turn it over to.
So you're saying you don't actually want it, but you'll do it.
No one wants it.
You said you wanted it.
Well,
you
I
just
didn't.
work with Graymail.
Working with Graymail is maybe so that kind of yes to a certain extent, but
Palatable. Not as negative. There's a difference between palatable and wanted.
Yeah.
There's a palatable aspect of this job right now, but
I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't cry if I didn't get it.
The threatening part doesn't worry you. Okay, cool.
Threatening?
That's all.
What threatening part?
Doesn't worry me.
Okay.
What threatening part? The part kicking people out? 'Cause I'm here at every battle.
No, that's all I got. I've helped.
Graymail?
So I'd like to ask, I know both of you, I've worked with both of you, as you said. I did not know that Yari was going to toss his hat in the ring or get his hat tossed.
It was more getting my hat tossed.
Okay, get your salad.
As long as just your tat. Yeah.
So, I'm frankly torn. I think that I could work well with either of you.
Guys, please be quiet.
Yeah, let's bring it in.
So, Urchin, you seemed a little like, well, yeah, I'll take it, but you don't sound super enthused about it. Yari, I'm not sure if you're super enthused. So I think maybe naked oil wrestling.
I've been working out a lot. I'm trying to. Hold on, I'm Greek. This isn't fair.
And that is a way to do it.
If I need to get naked,
So, but seriously,
Where was my invite?
do either of you have a strong feeling where you want to say, you know what, I'd rather let Yari, because you had the magistrate position before.
I have not had.
No, he hasn't.
I thought you did.
Nope.
I have not.
If you want to say, well, let's let him have a try for a year, and then you run for it next year, or vice versa.
I mean, I'm just leave it to the will of the people, basically.
I am completely here for the will of the people.
Yeah, will of the people. Doesn't matter. Whoever wins, wins.
You've met these people, right, sir?
Yep. Let's just put up the vote. It's whatever. Okay. All in favor of the beautiful, glorious me? I just lost all my votes, I know.
Voting for Urchin.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just one vote? Okay. 7. That's going to be a tie.
No, you can have an abstain.
Fair enough. Okay, all in favor of Yari. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Dragonhood.
You can't concede it.
Yeah, that's true because I have the tie vote, so it's like. Okay, so it looks like I get it for another year.
How would you like to lead day battles?
If people, by the way, one thing I would like to say right now, if people just want to like take a battle and like as the Dragonhood did today, I would love if other units did that. That's great. It adds a lot of, like, gets people to come out more. Huh?
I usually help out with all things.
Oh, yeah, okay, so we got that. And you said you guys want to run them? Okay, yeah, just connect with me and just whatever you want to do. Dominus?
I would like to say thanks for doing it last year and this coming year.
Mm-hmm.
You do a great job. But aside from you, I can think of nobody else singularly qualified in this entire organization than Yari to run our battles based on his day events at Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
You did a fantastic job, and thanks for stepping up, Yari.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now that I've ripped that Band-Aid off, let's move over to, is it Secretary or Treasurer that comes next? That don't really matters. The Treasurer. Who wants to be Treasurer?
Nominate Pecco.
We got to nominate for Pecco. We got seconds. Pecco, were you accepting this? Okay. Is anyone else running for the Treasurer position? Yes, they did. Anyone else want Treasurer? See, this is what you're normally supposed to do for magistrate, but okay. So no one looks like no one else is going for it. So unless like everyone says no, yeah, unopposed. Pecco, congratulations, you're the treasurer. Okay, and the final position, secretary. Do we have nominations?
Who's the current secretary?
Nope.
Does anyone? Our current secretary is not accepting nominations. Does anyone else want to do the job? I'm sure our current secretary will help them.
Yeah, I have a guard person who's expressed interest, but I can't nominate people.
Who is it? I nominate Rhodey of the Guard.
Rhodey? Okay.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Is he here? She's here. She's here. Sorry.
She
I second this.
Okay, you can't. That's the same unit.
I don't care. And Rhodey presented Echo with a letter of intent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Rhodey was not able to be here today.
Yeah. So she has her bio that I can read if you guys want. Sure. Yeah.
She was born a poor street urchin in 18th. Drakan?
I do not doubt that Brody legitimately wants this, but is there any way that we can contact this person? We have done this in the past.
No, she's.
But we've contacted them.
Does anyone else
I would
want
say
it?
twice. Like
Really,
she's at
when
a
it comes
con
down
right
to it?
now. I'm not gonna
That's
call her
great.
away.
I do not. That does not sit well.
Does anyone else want it? If
That's a
not,
good question. Graymail.
Do you want it?
Drakan, she contacted Echo in advance and provided her with a letter of intent because she knew she wouldn't be here today.
And I personally told her that was fine. So that.
Well, it's time to lie to her. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I told her that should be enough. I think is how I phrase that to her. If AWC wants to call her, I don't even know if we have a phone number.
I have her phone number, but I don't know if
Yeah.
she's. Well, I mean, is there anybody else? Right. She's on.
Yeah. Is anyone else nominating anyone for this? Does not look like it. So yeah, she's running unopposed.
I move that we move to vote.
Okay.
Do you guys want her bio or just
It's-
she's a librarian and does a lot of guys? Please.
Yeah,
stand
bring it in. We're not done yet.
So she's a librarian. So does paperwork for a living. Has been doing a lot of paperwork stuff with Guard, and they can vouch for that. So she does paperwork. Secretary's job's paperwork.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, secretary job is also showing up for every event.
And she's there.
Taking roll and everything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's unopposed.
Unopposed. It goes through. So Rhodey is the new secretary. Congratulations in absentia. That was a way faster election than last time.
If I
Drakan.
may, a gentle question to Greg.
Yeah.
Considering that you're starting your year as president at all things, I had a brief question. Does anyone have his thing? Anyone?
Yeah, I got it over here.
Yeah, great.
What up?
Is there anything very
No more votes.
question about your point 2?
Yeah, you're good.
About sort of a mandatory attendance for the board of directors members.
It's not currently a rule.
That is correct. That is correct. I'm curious as to how you plan to implement that.
I will talk to each member now that, well, we almost know who the committee is, right?
Almost.
Do we know? Do we do treasurer?
Yeah, Pecco.
Pecco again. Sorry. People keep pulling me off for sidebars. My apologies. Thanks, Pecco. So now that we know who the team is, I will work with the team members. And what I said there is, if somebody is missing in action, if somebody's not showing up for events, I don't have the president doesn't have the authority to remove them. The War Council does.
Right.
So I'll come to the War Council and say, this guy Pecco, he hasn't been at any battles, and everybody will say, yes, he was. He's just really quiet.
True.
Crap.
Yeah,
So,
Pecco would show up.
You know, it would be something where I would take it to the War Council if people are not showing up. And you know, Rhodey is at every battle. She brings her 17-year-old son to every battle, and she takes pictures. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. No. Dominus is next. He had his hand up for a while. Dominus.
I was going to say, we could make a motion in the War Council to revise the bylaws to require that they meet a certain minimum attendance requirement and go that route instead.
God damn it. Everyone's Dominus to me today. Erica's.
You got a man crush.
Apparently. I'll see you later, big boy.
As Graham said before, the person who has the role, the position, doesn't necessarily always have to do that role or position. They have to make sure it gets done.
Yeah.
So if Rhodey can't be here, but she has a qualified person to act on her behalf in her absence, that's just as good as being here.
Did you have your hand up, Laith?
My wife says that's true.
Durkan.
I like that quantification there, because it has never happened in my experience, but I personally would like to see the day that a non-Aratari member is a member of the board of directors.
They've run before for
Yes.
office, it's just never been elected.
Right, and that's all I'm saying. I'd like to see that at some point. And I feel like something like that in law would make it more difficult, but as long as we keep it open to the fact that as long as
The
they
job
might
gets
not be
done,
personally
yeah.
there, but they could have a representative to fill the shadow.
As long as they make sure it's taken.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I care about.
Did you have your hand up at some point, Laith? It looked like you did.
No, I'm still within my.
Okay.
Friends, unfortunately, I have to fly. Thank you.
He's like
You don't have your wings.
Right. He says fly, he means it.
Yeah. So, thank you all for the trust.
Thanks, janitor.
I'm expecting overalls next battle.
Hey, I'll show up with my push broom.
He loves his costume. Still tempting.
Make Dagorhir great again.
No, do not make Dagorhir great.
All right. So,
How's your Russian, Graymel?
Tomasz, das Vidania. Farewell, and I will see folks at events.
So long, farewell, it's your turn to speak now.
For any other business,
I motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, congratulations, we made it through the fastest war council ever for Mayhem. Woo!
Good job.
This is someone...